Morning, all there, kids. It's the old captain here, and oh my God, is the interwebs a tizzy over this waste his time 2016? And you can see I'm still in bed, and I am not going to really waste my time. But if you don't know what it is, you can go on Twitter, but I'll explain it to you here. And basically, there's a hashtag going around called "Waste His Time 2016." And it's basically ways that you can waste men's times, young boys' times, by the fact you're a girl, you're going to string him along and waste his time. So it's things like, have him take you out, and then when he drops you off, have your boyfriend there waiting for you. Or say you're going to go on a double date, bring your boyfriend, and then say, where's your girlfriend? I thought it was a double date. Or the typical string the guy along, tug his heartstrings, and then deliver a curveball at him. And, oh, is that funny? So people have been sending this to me, like in my Facebook and the Twitter and the email. And my first response is, so nothing new has changed. I mean, this is the exact same bullshit that we did forever. The only difference is they're being honest about it on the internet. But it's gained so much more traction now, I figure I might as well make a response because everyone keeps saying, okay, all right, good little kitties. Good little kitties. All nice kids, all of them. And they have great taste, I might add. It's from a movie. Classic one no one will really know. It's all right, I put it together. All right. So one, obviously my first statement is that this has always been going on. This is nothing new. It's just for the first time, I guess, women are showing their hands because they like to brag. And it's a really dark, behind-the-scenes look to... They're just manipulative. A lot of them are. Now, and we're going to get to it. Not all women are like this. I understand this, and I don't use that NOWALT as a clause. I use it because it's true. But there's a lot of women out there that do this. And so you young boys, the younger you are and the dumber you are, the closer you are to puberty, the more you're going to be suckered into this. There are manipulative, evil women. Just mean. Where they'll use their beauty and their looks and your biology against you for their pure entertainment. And so you can read through some of these and you'll be like, who does that shit? And it will also explain a lot, boys, as to, see, we didn't have the internet in my day. Toilet paper had just been invented. We finally slayed the last mammoth. And we said, well, let's make toilet paper because that was the natural progression of human history. And we didn't have the internet to know what the fuck was going on. We thought there was something wrong with us. And when you see this, boys, it's very important. You will be like, oh my God, these people do exist out there. There's nothing wrong with me. This is like, yeah, you'll get stood up. Oh, you get stood up 70% of the time. 70% of the time. When a girl says yes 70% of the time, I don't know what the statistics are. I'm sure it varies for different men out there. But you could expect them to bail at the last minute. Come up, oh, the classic. They even use this to this day. My girlfriend's going through a really tough time. She just broke up with her boyfriend and she needs me. Right there. So anyway, use this as a learning experience to don't get angry. It's always been like this. Use this as a learning experience so you don't suffer and don't have any angst in the future. All right. This is not lemonades out of lemons. These lemons have always been here. It's just simply learn this fact and apply it, incorporate it into your future dating and courtship. So a little bit more serious analysis. If you go on Twitter, you're going to see all the funny, cute little things these girls are saying. But what I want to do is look at the media response, because Twitter can be all gossipy and all that. So I went and did a Google search or a Bing search. I went on the Bing. And what amazed me is you look at the media, there's already articles being written about this. And they're generally pro-articles. Now, a lot of them are coming from salon and gossipy bullshit girl magazines and websites. But it's a way for women to strike back. Ha ha, who's playing the cards now? And I'm like, don't you think this is disgusting and wrong? Don't you editors or you writers or you owners of these blogs and websites and the media, don't you think this is kind of like abuse? This is not funny. You're stringing along poor guys. These are the exact same websites that are going to come out like 5 to 6 years later, or if not already have come out and say, where have all the good men gone? Men are cowards. Why won't men commit? Men, but forget all that. Like, what is wrong with you? Do you want to manipulate and hurt young boys' feelings? Or middle-aged or old men's feelings? Is this cute? Is this fun? It's a really dark you expect this to come out of feminists. You expect this to be the snark that comes out of little 13 or 14-year-old gossipy girls' Twitter accounts. But then when you see media source, I mean, this isn't the New York Times. It's not the Washington Post. But when I go ahead and search, I have to film. I can't pull it up on my laptop at the same time while I film. But all the articles that came, you click on the news option on the Bing, they're all pro. They think this is cute. They think this is funny. Like, yeah, manipulating and hurting boys' feelings, that's funny. I mean, what if we did this to women? Screw women out of money 2016. How to fuck them and leave them 2016. Leave them pregnant without child support. Oh, you guys would have your tits in a sling. But since it's on guys, I mean, it's just sick. It's just sick, and it's further proof and evidence that there is a slight slant against men. I'm not a big one for complaining, but come on, this is bullshit. And you want war? Fine, boys. Look again. Go to Twitter and look at these. This is real. These girls really do not like you, or they view you as a plaything. They don't. They're not even conscious that you're another human being that might have feelings, emotions, psychology, and all that. But then look at how the media is biased, guys. This is not bullshit when we say the media is out against you. All right. So two new enemies that you should be acutely aware of: media and feminists, which I guess you already knew. But also, I'm not talking to your feminists who are, the fat bloated sows at your women's studies department. I'm talking the young girls who think it's cute and fashionable, are told to be feminists from middle school on, and are going to use basically biology against you. This is not it. You're just looking at evil people. I just want you to know what you're up against. So we did that. Now, aside from see for what this is, there are two good reasons that I came up with why this may be enraging. This might anger you, but it's still a good development. When you go through the Twitter feed, and take the guys' comments out, because the guys are obviously, you fucking cunts, what the hell is wrong with you sick women? There are also about half the women that are just they're repulsed. They have revulsion against this. They're like, what is wrong with you girls? Like, I like men, or who would ever do this? This is petty and dumb. Or maybe I've been too darn busy, earning his time 2016. So there's a lot of women, and it's very heartening to see this, because if you look, everyone focuses on the what's it called? The yellow journalism, the shock jock value of what feminists are doing. And you think they're a larger percentage of the population. If I recall the statistics correctly, only 10% of the women associate as being feminists. And if you look at do you have a positive view, negative view, I think it's like 75% of the women have a negative view of feminism. So don't let this shock, this yellow journalism, this snark overshadow the fact that there are a lot of women who do not like feminism. They are not feminists. They don't consider themselves to be feminists. And they're calling these women out. So go to the Twitter, look and see that, yes, about half the women are just utterly repulsed by it. And it gives you a little bit that there are good girls out there is basically what I'm saying. So that it's not all women that are out to get you. It's not. There are certainly some more mature women. So don't think this is all women are out to get us. The second thing is that you see the bad women. I mean, really, 50% are good, 50% are bad. And as I said before, you guys need to see this. You need to know what you're up against. And this tells you, yeah, it's not bullshit. There are women out there that will toy and string you along. And here's the thing, boys. The number one thing you're programmed to do, the number one program in your life that you're hardwired to do, it's in your brain. You cannot just meditate your way out of this or talk to a therapist and get yourself out of it. You are going to be attracted to women until you're dead. It's the number one drive. It's the thing that's screaming at you, especially 12, 13, 14, whenever you hit puberty, or 8 nowadays. I guess we're all hitting puberty. Anyway, and they are tortured. They're playing that along with you. It's almost like a disability. I'm trying to think of what women have. There would be an instinct. It's like mocking women for having breasts, or mocking dogs for wanting to eat, or It's like picking on a handicapped person because he can't walk. They didn't have anything to do with it. They can't walk. They're born that way, got in an accident, whatever. And then you're going to string along and or somehow abuse and take advantage of that. That's literally what they're doing. This is not something that you boys control and just turn it off. Now you can make wise decisions. You can have the smart brain override the small brain, and just like, oh, have policy like, no, I'm gonna stay away from that. Nope, not gonna do that. But for those of you that are unaware of this red pill manosphere world, you're just hitting puberty. You're trying to figure out girls, and all of a sudden these girls start becoming mean and manipulative. You think, what did I do? What did I do? And you start thinking there's something wrong. Dude, it's not you. It's petty evil girls that you will see on this Twitter feed under this hashtag. So please, boys, read through it. Look for the good ones, but then also be aware. No matter what they fucking tell you in the media, no matter what your fucking teachers about girls and spice and everything nice, and that it's all your fault, and you got to self-reflect. There are evil, petty, childish, manipulative girls out there, and they account for, you want to see it, guys. Look at the ratio between girls standing up, or fighting against rather, who find Wasted Time 2016 funny, cute, they're for it, and then look at the ratio of girls that find it disgusting and repulsive. And it's going to provide insight. So let's take a lesson from it, okay? Let's learn about it. Let's watch Wasted Time, because this is Girls on Parade. They're showing their true colors now, and boy, God Almighty, it's not as good. I mean, this shit wouldn't have happened in the 50s and 60s. It really wouldn't. 40s and the 50s. You think women were trained to be this disgusting and this disrespectful and abuse? Oh, it's shameful. Just shameful. So. Anyway, stay frosty, boys. Stay the freak frosty. Toodles.